Okay, so we're here and we are live for Wellness Wednesday. So we are giving you your Wellness Wednesday update and walkthrough, coaching walkthrough, and everything. Um, so the first thing I'm going to say is make sure you take time for yourself. We've seen this a lot this past weekend and other people that we've helped. It's really good for you to take downtime for you when you need it to make sure that you are functioning and your body is working the way it needs to when you do other major, huge things that need to be done. So make sure you're taking that time to re-energize and replenish and be rejuvenated. So we worked on a major project throughout the weekend, and over the next day, I took time for myself to rejuvenate. I ended up going on a women's doing, not physically going, but doing a women's retreat just to replenish myself and make sure that I was rejuvenated. Again, on the other side of that, there are a lot of people that we work with who also need to be reminded to take that time for them. Otherwise, they will not be able to do all the things that they want to do later on. It's really to your own benefit and your own health and benefit for you to take time for you when you need it to heal, to regroup, to re-energize, to be rejuvenated. Otherwise, you're not going to come from a very good heart space or mind space to do all the things that you need to do, and or your body may not be able to do what you want it to do when it needs to do it most. Okay. So make sure you're taking that time every week, at least once a week. There's some people that I've given them specific, things that they should do every week. So our number one recommendation is make sure you take time at least once a week. It's really better to take time once a day, a small amount of time. But in moments where you do something really big and you're giving to a lot of different people or giving of yourself in a lot of different ways to a lot of different people, make sure you take the time to be re-energized and rejuvenated in the way that you need to be to show up fully for them, physically, emotionally, spiritually, psychologically, all of it. I've found that most people, when you state that you need this time for yourself to do this, some people will give you pushback, but the people who really care about you and know, everything that you're doing, they get it. They understand it. So do your best to really take the time for you and don't feel bad and guilty about it. There were many moments, over the last 2 days where I took time for myself because I had to replenish that. If I didn't, I wouldn't be able to do what I do today, right? And there were many times when I felt like, oh, I really need to help with this thing or that thing or do this other thing instead of taking time to replenish. But the minute I started to help with that again, I was put back in that space where I couldn't really be who I needed to be for them. So, like I said, it's best to take the time for yourself when you need it. Allow yourself the time to rejuvenate and be re-energized. Create well-being for yourself and honor that for yourself. That is also something God has given you as a gift, right? It's a gift. And it's one of the things that is a mechanism to help you to navigate your life on the world surface and everything else. Without that, you will fall apart. Some people end up maintaining well-being through prayer, which is really great, but prayer is not the only solution here. I'm telling you that as somebody who prays, I know. Really take that time to refocus, re-energize, rejuvenate. refocus, re-energize, rejuvenate. 3 things: focus, re-energize, rejuvenate. If you don't do those things, you will not be who you are fully called to be and who God fully calls you to be for other people. And other people should be respecting that. If they're not respecting it, then you need to stand up for yourself and make sure that it happens. If you're not respecting it for yourself, then you're going to have somebody else advocate for you, or remind you, like I'm sending this reminder right now, or learn for yourself how to do that, because you really need to be able to do that for your body to function the way it needs to function. That includes if you pray all day. That includes if you work all day. That includes if you have a family or don't have a family. That includes any walk of life that you're in right now, where you can take a moment to refocus, re-energize, and rejuvenate. I know in certain locations in the world right now that may be difficult. I understand that. Please do what you can, because what's most important is that you survive and live, but also that other people are actually able to serve you in the right way. This would even include helping you to create these types of moments when you may not have them right now. So if you feel like you don't have it right now, you better tell people too and stand up for that, because you need it. You need it for sure. So refocus, re-energize, rejuvenate. It's important. For true joy of your spirit, it is important. And for you to actually do all of what you're called here to do on earth, it's important. And it's also important that other people honor and respect that, as we've said throughout this time on different platforms and in different ways. And as we have advocated for throughout this time for ourselves and for other people also. So know that we're here for you. Reach out to us if you find you're having a hard time with this or any of the other areas that we focus on. Feel free to reach out to us through our transformational coaching programs or sign up for our monthly coaching program. We're more than happy to walk with you and journey with you through these things. And we're also more than happy to take time for ourselves to make sure that we are in the right state of being to be able to do that. So that is all I'm going to say for today. Happy Wellness Wednesday. We can't wait to hear from you. Reach out below. Ciao and arrivederci.